Hello, welcome to Guru Grit. My name is Monica and this is a place for learning. So we're continuing on with our book, I don't know if it's a review, summary of specific teachings. So we did Abraham Hicks, A New Beginning Part 1 last summer. This summer getting into New Beginning Part 2. So I've read through it and made some notes so that you don't have to, and I'm just enjoying a really beautiful day, and our plant friend might cut into the shot. For some reason it's extra active today, and I don't remember it growing this low last year either, so it's alright, we'll just say hi to our plant friends and keep moving. So what I really want to get into today, I just made a video about like dating and how like we have fed expectations, things that we don't really believe but we're convinced to believe about others and ourselves, and we can just do away with that. And I find it really important that my favorite chapter of this book, I think it's chapter 3, I think it's called Self-Appreciation. And why it's important is because they really explain no, it's not chapter 3, but never mind. They just explain how when you appreciate yourself, like I'm convinced if everybody loved themselves, we'd have world peace, obviously, but you don't pay so much mind to what other people think about you or your desire. And this is very important because when you want something, if you tell someone, like, I want to, whatever, win the lottery, I want to see an alien spaceship, like, you're crazy, that doesn't happen to people, you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. Boom, it just like tanks it and sinks it, and you feel low and you feel stupid for saying something, right? But the important thing about that is if you understand that when you want what you want and you're okay with wanting what you want, really nothing will stand in your way. And this is a general unbiased rule, and it works for like everybody in civilization. So this is one of the things that I find really interesting, where people say that person's a bad person, they don't deserve to have what they have, but that person is their own best friend. So the universe is just responding to their own vibration of being on their own side. So you could simply just do that. So this is a very important quote that I highlighted here. It says, "The only opinion in all of the universe that is of true importance to you is your own. And your own opinion of you affects the entire universe." So the way you see yourself actually affects the world that you create around you. So this is why, like, some celebrities, I'm not going to name names, but they can't act, can't dance, can't sing, can't do much of anything. Not very bright, not switched on, not clever, are you? You know? But they have like a godhood. Like, they just think they're amazing. And so the world reflects that back to them, that they're, thank you, that they're very amazing. You know? So, well, you can do that. Doesn't matter. So what? If you work at a drive-through, you're a librarian, you're a nanny, you're whatever, who cares? A carpenter, who cares? Just walk around, you know, giving yourself the credit that you deserve, okay? One thing at a time. And this is important because when we get to group thinking, it really sets apart people, you know? So the importance that they go into here is stop needing other people to validate you, you know? So I made that video about like dangers of charm in dating. It's like people who need constant validation just don't have a good opinion of themselves on a consistent basis. That's why they need other people to like fill in the gaps, you know? And that's quite dangerous, because what you do is you kind of water down your own stance on your own stance on things. And you shouldn't be doing that. You should hold firm to like what you believe, because what you believe is really the only thing that's going to matter to you, and it's really going to be the only thing that shapes your reality anyway, your connection to the world. So towards the back, you know how these books work, they have like a Q&A portion, and they talk about the need to feel like you want to rebel, and also conformity. So generally when you conform, it's because you feel safer. You know, they discuss quite often what it means to have like power in numbers. There's strength in numbers. That's true. So let's take the example of someone who's had their feelings hurt as a child, and they're an unhealed adult, like we all pretty much are, but they're not aware of that. So they will just kind of slide into the groups that make them feel most welcome, most accepted, seen, heard, whatever. But instead of being rooted on kinship of like kindness and human decency, it's like labels. But that can be torn from you, and that always has a shifting definition, and they just say it's just not sustainable. It's just not, you know. So don't be afraid to just be an individual and not feel like you have to have groups, okay? You have to have support systems social circles. Yes, of course, you're a mammal. We're a social mammal. But not to the degree where it defines you. That's where you energetically become too scattered and lost. And sometimes even like fractured, you know? So just hold strong in your own energy for, you know, a chance at happiness in life. And this is another thing I want to mention. I don't remember who said it or where I read it. I wish I knew, but I don't. But it was quite recent. And they said, I was thinking about failure and success, you know, how everyone's like, oh, but this age you should have this, and this age you should have that, and da da da. And I'm like, who comes up with this stuff? I honestly don't know. Because also, like, I'm a late bloomer, so that stuff can, like, make me feel so butthurt and, like, sore, you know, I'm like, brr. But ultimately, failure is not trying something and not succeeding, because it's an experience. It's really never trying at all, you know? So true failure, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is conformity. Like, just do what everyone else is doing. Don't question it, you know? Like, everyone buys a condo at 25 and then does this when they're da-da, and there's a right way to propose to someone and a wrong way to propose. It's like, just love how you love and, like, live how you live, you know? It's so simple. So according to Abraham, when you appreciate self, you invite more people who perceive the world the way that you do, and you can have a much more, as they would put it, like, delicious experience with your environment, with other human beings, okay? So when you stop doubting yourself and seeking approval from other people, like, okay, I in my gym, we all do this all the time, then I go to this hobby, we do it this way, at my work, we do this way. It's like, I'm not telling you to, like, be difficult for no reason, right? But just do what makes you feel free, you know, do what makes you feel aligned. So much of our problems come from the fact that we feel powerless in any given situation. But to, like, get angry at that will just make more, it cultivates more anger. So feel free in all that you do incrementally by appreciating yourself. Like I said earlier, maybe you just got out of bed that day, that's good enough, you know? Maybe you're trying to eat healthy and you don't know what to get out of your diet, and when you think about it, it makes you feel low. Just think about what you'll add instead. I'll add 1 cucumber today, you know, I'll add 1 carrot, I'll add 1 whatever. So that's the quick summary. Just basically know thyself and don't care about what anyone thinks about it, you know? Just, and somebody even said, like, I can't remember who now, maybe it was like Robert Greene or somebody like that. They said all successful people have one, like, very blaringly obvious thing in common, and that is they disregard others, okay? Not in, like, a way that you're not a decent person, you know, but if someone's like, that can't be done, that's too big of a dream, that vision is crazy, keep your head down, and that person's like, in one ear, out the other, I'm gonna do what I wanna do, that, like, breeds success. So if you want to be happy in life, and Abraham's definition, they you know, like the opposite of the 10 commandments, they actually give 10 steps to happiness in life, and one of them is actually, you measure success, how you quantify joy. So the joyful person is most successful. So go ahead, appreciate yourself, and every day will be a wonderful success in your life. How easy is that? I'll link the other playlist I have on Abraham teachings to this video, and stay tuned. I'll go through some of the more, like, risque questions in the back where they discuss, you know, important topics. It seems like nothing, I think this came out in 1991. It just seems like nothing ever really changes. Just the way that we talk about it changes. But this stuff is timeless and it's so precious. So thank you for being here with me and listening. And until next time, I love you all very much. Bye-bye.